teachers under special circumstances may be done in cluster of schools if it is not available, or school is a single teacher, school having a general education teacher. However, the precondition was that the cluster of schools should not exceed 4 schools and the distance between 2 allotted schools should not be more than 5 kilometers. It was also directed that the parity of pay and service conditions should be adhered to for special education teachers as then for general education. This order is annexed at running page 7 of this compilation. Now, Lordship may see the third order, 12.3.24. Thereafter, this Honorable Court further directed that all the states should file an affidavit within a period of 4 weeks specifying the number of special teachers who are RCI trained and eligible to be appointed who are presently working on contractual basis under them. The affidavit shall also contain the service conditions, including the pay scale, including number of years they have been working on contractual basis, and steps, if any, taken to regularize their services in imbibing the spirit of the judgment, including number of sanctioned posts. Now, Lordship may see the 7 March order. I will read this order which is at page 17. Lordship may have page 17 of this compilation because now everything boils down to this last order of 7th of March. Running page 17 of this, my lord. In spite of the judgment passed by this court on 28/10/21 and the direction contained in para 57 of the judgment, and then subsequently this orders of 21 July 22 and 12 March 24 passed by this court, none of the states or UTs have made any appointments on the sanctioned posts for special teachers. In fact, a large majority of states have not even identified the sanctioned posts required in the state, in spite of the fact that now we have figures in each of the states having children with special needs. The figure of children with special needs in each of the states and UTs which we presently have before this court may at present vary, but only slightly. And Lordship may see the staggering number of children with special needs figures of each and every state. In the judgment dated 28/10/21, it was left to the central government to come out with teacher-pupil ratio in such schools with special children, and the ratio which we have given by the central government is 1:10 for primary schools and 1:15 for middle and secondary schools respectively. Once we have the teacher-pupil ratio with us and also the figures as to number of children with special needs in each of the states and UTs, by this time, each of the states and UTs should have at least identified the number of sanctioned posts. Under these circumstances, the following orders are being passed. Now, Lordship may kindly note this thing. This is relevant now. Each state shall come out with notifications with the number of posts that they have sanctioned for teachers who have to impart education to children with special needs. So first thing, that how many sanctioned posts are available. That was the first requirement. Number 2, my lords. After the posts have been sanctioned and notified, which shall be done positively within a period of 3 weeks from today, that is on or before 28th of March 2025, these posts need to be advertised in at least 2 newspapers or website of official government orders. So that was the second requirement, that you have to notify these sanctioned posts. Third, orders, let the selection and appointment be made of qualified competent eligible teachers only. Further, the requirement of RCI qualification certificate also needs to be taken into account for appointment to the post as directed by this court in statement dated 28/10/21, as a candidate not having RCI certificate shall be ineligible. So the third requirement was that the post has to be created while given a notification, and you have to select candidates who are basically RCI qualified in pursuance of 28/10/21 judgment. Now, Lordship, next. Meanwhile, now this is the second part of this one. Meanwhile, we have been informed that in many of the states and UTs, ad hoc teachers on contractual basis are presently imparting education and taking classes of children with special needs. We have also been informed that in some of the states, these teachers have been continuing for last 20 years approximately. For these reasons, the state shall immediately constitute a screening committee consisting of following: 1. State Commissioner for Persons with Disabilities. 2. Secretary Education of the concerned Education Department. 3. A nominee of the RCI who will be a competent person having knowledge in that area. So the second part of the order now deals with those teachers who are working on contractual or ad hoc models. We make it very clear that in case there is no disability commissioner available in the state, in that case only he or she shall be substituted by legal period so. The next part is important. The screening committee shall examine the case of each of the candidates who have been working on contractual daily wage basis to teach these children, and those teachers who have been found to be competent eligible and qualified to teach shall be given the pay scale of a special teacher. Lordship, mark this. That those teachers who have been filtered out and who are working for more than 10 years, 20 years, subject to screening committee screening, my lords, they have to given the same pay scale which is of a special teacher or regular teacher, my lords. The past experience of these teachers shall also be kept in mind. However, the mandatory requirement for each of the candidates should be RCI qualification. Further, in case of a person who was already working and teaching for the last many years, the screening committee shall also be authorized to consider relaxation of age limit in appropriate cases. Let all of this be complied within a period of 12 weeks from today, which will include the 3 weeks for the unsanctioned posts which we have to be identified. We make it absolutely clear that the benefits of pay scale will only be prospective and not retrospective. That is, from the date of their such appointment after selection. They will be appointed against a sanctioned post and shall be given the pay scale which is to be given on that post only. It also made clear that those states where posts have already been sanctioned would immediately start the selection process. Then there was some logistic problem that in some northeastern states which I am not running. Now, Lords, you must see my chart, my lords. So the direction was create a notified post, fill up the vacancies as per RCI qualification, and those contractual teachers who are working screening and filter it out that they are RCI qualified and give the same pay scale. So as per the affidavits which were filed pursuant to 7th March order, we have tried to make this compilation which we have just handed over, my lords. There can be some missing because what some states say that please revert to our 2022 affidavit. It's very difficult for us to trace 36 affidavits which are filed prior to 2025, my lords. So I am not making an adversary, my lords. States can always filter out that no, we have done this thing, so it's welcoming for everyone, for the court, for me, and for the state also. So if Lordship may see the first state which I got the affidavit is Chhattisgarh. So therefore, Lordship, my suggestion was that can we begin with at least a block of 5 to 6 states in each and every hearing, maybe hearing every day over 1 hour basis, maybe every week for 1 hour basis.
You can do that, no problem.
So that the effective compliance can be ensured, my lord. That's my only endeavor, my lords.
Let us start with 5 states who are absolutely lagging behind.
Well,
because there are states you say which are in bold font, that they have done something. So once they have started the process, we'll take up their cases later. But those who have been lagging behind, let us identify those states and find out what is required to be done in them.
Well, let's proceed with the chronological order, my lord. The first state which happens, according to me, my lord, subject to correction from the state councils, is Chhattisgarh, my lord.
Chhattisgarh, where is the latest?
Now, according to the affidavits which we have received post 7th March,
today, let us understand this. We have another half an hour before recess. We take up 5 states today which are lagging behind. You just tell us which are those 5 states. Other council will leave. We will keep it on every Tuesday at 3:30. So that there is a constant monitoring.
Lordship, just note.
Which are the 5 states you just point out?
First state would be Chhattisgarh.
First state would be Chhattisgarh.
Second would be Meghalaya. Then Jharkhand. Then Bihar.
Jharkhand, then Bihar.
And then Himachal Pradesh.
Well,
in making a statement, we have to caveat that perhaps something is missing, so that state can always
they will supply the commissions here.
Yes. If
we will take up these 5 states. Other state council may leave for the day.
Yes. In fact, Lordship,
but for next Tuesday, you will have to give the particulars of the states where
I can give it right now also, Lord. Next 5
we'll consider on next Tuesday, so that there is no crowding here.
Let's serve the chart to every council, my lord, so they can also indicate from that because they are not folded letters.
My lord, in that case, from the last occasion.
Take it up at 3:30.
My lord, in that case, just one submission. My lord, in that.
Just switch him off.
Breaking.
He will disturb court proceedings.
I want to request to Delhi is not being taken today plus. I had only one request to take plus. The Lordship's the SLP that is connected here had protected us by virtue of an interim order saying that the examinations may go on, results may be.
Whatever interim order is there, we'll continue. We'll continue. If there is any updation, you just provide it to the amicus.
applications which have been filed, Your Honor, and that is filed one of the examinees who sat for the exam pursuant to the notification which they have challenged. And in order that SLP claim to be listed before the partial working bench. And on that day, Your Honor, that order created the entire confusion. And if I may take your lordship to that order sheet. As per that order sheet, there is no stay. No stay was granted. And in fact, as per my understanding of that order, the stay was denied to them. Over what the order sheet said was, list the matter on 15th of July when the other matters to this issue are listed. That is the only order. And it's surprising that on 15th of July, what order or interim orders to continue. So there is no interim order. Treatment application and.
What is the ROP date you are referring to? During the 19th of June 25. Mr. Parameshwar, please check up 19th of June. Is there any? Because we remember Mr. Gopal Shankar Narayan paid for extension. We said very well, if there is an interim order, that will stand extension.
Without the order, it is issue notice. List this SLP along with writ petition numbers also before the regular bench. And paragraph 15, we do not expect that the results of the examination of CGT SET would be declared in the next date of hearing.
What else? It's a stay order. What else?
I know stress of interpretation, this can be termed as a stay order. In fact, stay has been denied to them. They must have asked for
No,
stay.
but the order says we expect that the results will not be declared.
So, Your Lordship, why this would have happened is when this came to be listed for 19th of June, the examination had not. So they must have pressed for stay, and the court had no stay because since the examinations are not, we do not expect that the results to become. So that is the stay. The word stay is not mentioned, and by no stretch of imagination can it be a stay in this order.
Well, the plea was this minutes that when your lordship's order was there of March 2025, saying that please verify, and which exercise the government of NCT has done.
Mr. Parameshwar, we need to look into this. For the present matter, we will extend it till next Tuesday. But we assure you, this will be the first point that we will consider on next Tuesday, whether it is to be extended further. Right? Let us not lose time on this. Let us just find out the compliances. Mr. Parameshwar, this is understood between bar and bench that next Tuesday, first, we will take up this consideration of interim.
Bylaws in Haryana matter minors.
Mr. Kaushik, one by one, let us allow the amicus to proceed in his own way. One by one, it will be taken up. So today we are only considering Chhattisgarh, Meghalaya, Jharkhand, Bihar, and Himachal Pradesh.
There is an IA also, which is 223523. Let the NCT respond on that also. That precisely the point, my point. That's an intervention. Those are the persons, those who are already working for about more than 15 years, and the screening committee is already under consideration examination. Immediately they have come to know that they are going to be dispensing their apprehension. So they have.
We will consider that on the next. We will consider that.
That's the one I want to bring to the notice.
A small aspect, my lordship, as far as the state of Chhattisgarh is concerned, I have actually found an IIA, my lordship, and I am representing the RCA.
This will be unending, my lordship.
Please, IAS, please don't mention now. Let us today take up these 5 cases. Thereafter, Mr. Amicus will notify which of the 5 steps will be taken up on next Tuesday. Let us proceed with
Chhattisgarh only. Because they have actually advertised only 100 posts, my lordship.
Yes.
So I only want to point out that only. My IA is with respect to the Chhattisgarh only.
Mr. Costa, please wait for your turn. We'll take it up. Next Tuesday, we'll take up Orissa. Include Orissa and other 4 states.
Delhi,
Orissa and other 3 states. Please inform it. No, leave it to the amicus. We leave it to the amicus. He will choose the states, notify you beforehand, so that you are not unnecessarily required to come to court. Yes. Apart from Chhattisgarh, Meghalaya, Jharkhand, Bihar, Himachal, others may. Yes. Let us come to Chhattisgarh.
You may see
Who is for Chhattisgarh?
Chhattisgarh had not filed an
They
affidavit.
have sanctioned 848 posts.
So, Lordship must just note the date of the affidavit, which is 12th of August 2025, pursuant to the 7th March order.
But where is that indicated?
That's in the affidavit. Lord. I'm sorry, we should have indicated the date of the affidavit, but Lordship may take, just noted the date of filing the affidavit is 12th of August 2025.
12 August 2025.
Yes. As per this affidavit, my lords, the number of sanctioned posts
Is 848,
40 which they have created.
right?
Though the notification talks about a date and there are no issues on that, my lord. So far they are doing something. Appointment only if RCI qualified. What they say is that yes, we will appoint those persons who are RCI qualified. Contractual teachers, they have not stated any figure how many contractual teachers are working in this affidavit. And then advertisement, they say yes, we will advertise for appointment of RCI teachers. Screening committee, they say yes, they will form. But the problem is the last two columns. No appointments done, they say it's awaited. And obviously there is no question of giving pay scale when there is no appointments done. So basically what they say is that yes, we have created 848, but nothing forward for that.
So one by one, Mr. Nataraj, how many contractual teachers are there?
Contractual, sir, no contractual employee.
Seventh March order makes it very clear that you will have to identify how many of them are working. Why is this figure not coming?
There are no contractual workers except these.
Then say nil.
Yes.
Then say nil. You should not have said not stated. We'll record your submission.
Yes, that is kindly record it on the sheet.
This, Mr. Nataraj, colon, there are no contractual / ad hoc teachers in Chhattisgarh.
I'm told, however, there are block resource persons, but they are not special teachers.
No. They will not be considered.
Yes. That is also, let me clarify, because tomorrow nobody should say that yes, there are 248 block resource persons.
No, who are these block resource persons?
That's a different type of post was.
No, are they RCI qualified?
No.
If they are not RCI qualified, in terms of 7th March order, they don't have any. What about the, why do you say appointments are awaited?
Because no, we have created
If you have issued the notification on 24th September,
yes, 24th September.
so we are coming to another 24th September
Correct.
in 1 month's time. Not even 1 month's time. 1 week's time.
But the deadlines, two deadlines were given by this honorable court. End of June 25, within that 12 weeks, when everything was to be done, including for post and an appointment and then regular pay scale. So merely creating posts will not suffice the judgment of this honorable court. They have to actually implement that June 25 deadline.
Why is it not complete?
We have issued the notification.
Right? That was 24th September.
24th September.
How many applications did you receive? It should be indicated in the affidavit. So many applications. We have constituted selection committees. Selection committees comprise of ABCD members. We have called them for an interview or any other process. Nothing is there in your affidavit.
The complete in respect of whatever notification has been issued will complete the selection process at the earliest. That has been issued for immediately for 100 posts now that has been issued.
No, you have sanctioned 848.
The advertisement was for 100. That also let me clarify. That's initially first advertisement.
So if you take 1 year for 100, you will take 8 years for 848.
First stage, because we are recalculating what is the exact number required in the stage. That work is going on. Because initially we thought large number of teachers are required. However, upon examination of the requirement,
It's very unfortunate that these children are not taken care of by the state.
in fact, the 7th March order last line says very important. It is made clear that those states where posts have already been sanctioned like Chhattisgarh should immediately start the selection process. So
Where is the process now? Tell us that.
There is no process, my lord, in the state of Chhattisgarh.
state must be over.
They have only advertised not for the post, for total 100 posts and nothing else.
When was the advertisement?
There are more than 75,000.
When was the advertisement? I see.
24/9/24.
No, like just. The advertisement.
This 24/9/24 is the advertisement or the notification identifying 848 posts. What is this date?
24/9/24 is the date of notification.
What does that notification say? That we have created
Yes, 848 posts.
This is not the advertisement calling for
They
advertisement.
say that we will do it.
What is the date of the advertisement?
29 July 2025. That is the advertisement for.
When do we find?
Para 11 of the advertisement is filed for.
So you haven't mentioned that.
You haven't mentioned that.
The date of advertisement.
Advertisement compliant. Let us get the date here. What is the date?
29 July 25. 29/7/25.
29/7/25 for 100 vacancies.
Yes. Yes. 100.
How many applications received?
From the Public Service Commission, so I have to get the exact number. It is under the Public Service.
That's very lip service. Mere lip service.
But that's why the conflict 15 July order that call the chief secretary, stroke secretary in case there is no compliance. 15 July order will kindly be seen.
So just make a header. Chhattisgarh. What was the earlier submission of Mr. Natraj? I just read it out. Mr. Natraj, Direct Additional Solicitor General, appearing for the state of Chhattisgarh, submits that there are no contractual services. It is further submitted by Mr. Natraj that advertisement for filling up 100 vacancies was issued on 29 July 2025.
24.
29 July?
Advertisement is July 25. Notification is 24.
I'm
I'm so sorry.
Advertisement for filling up 100 vacancies. We are saying that was issued on 29 July 2025. However, he is presently not in a position to indicate the number of applications received pursuant to such advertisement. Be that as it may, we require the state of Chhattisgarh to complete the process of selection as early as possible, but not later than 31st October 2025.
I know I
So far as 100 vacancies, please do it as a first step.
I have taken 150 contractual teacher as per my instruction from the association, my lord, because I represented the RCA association.
Then, Mr. Kaustav, what you are submitting is something which is contrary to the instructions
Yes, my lord,
given to the solicitor. You have to then show certain documents that you are an RCI qualified candidate who has been working on a contractual basis or an ad hoc basis.
I for the association, my lord. And
Just record for Chhattisgarh under the heading of Chhattisgarh, Mr. Kaustav Shukla. That council appears for so and so association. Give the name.
for the RCA Trained Teacher Association of Chhattisgarh.
He denies the submission advanced on behalf of the state that there are no contractual oblique ad hoc teachers employed in the state of Chhattisgarh. The association shall be at liberty to file an affidavit placing on record documents to show that some of its members are indeed employed on contractual stroke ad hoc basis. Let such affidavit be filed by 4 weeks from date. With advance copy to Mr. Nataraj's junior, Mr. Swamson. Para. In the event, upon perusal of the affidavit, the state of Chhattisgarh finds the contents to be true. The order dated 7th March 2025, insofar as the same relates to contractual stroke ad hoc teachers, shall be complied with by the state.